Okay, this is probably going to be a quick video because I just did a huge rant for this project for my class and realized the record button was not. And those who know me, you know, haha, great laugh, moment, whatever. Glad to make your day. Moving on. I have a slip of paper here giving notes. And what we're talking about, this is for a sociology class, which is the study of behavior of people and society and influences, things like that. For the project, it's about Canadian culture. You know, we could have made a piece of jewelry or wrote a rap or a song or done something to represent Canadian culture. Well, to many people out there, I'm going to hit on stereotypes. This is not actually culture. And I will answer the big question in the end. Number 1, I don't live in an igloo. I live in a house. These are 2 of the 4 walls that make up my room, and there are many other walls that make up the house. The closest I've ever been to an igloo is making one when I was like, 3-4 years old with my brother because we had nothing better to do. We do get a lot of snow. We also have summer, spring, and fall. If you look at places like Yellowknife, Nineveh, like closer to where it's supposed to be snowing every day and every time of the year, you know, that's where you'll get it. That's not all of Canada. Where I live especially, it has to warm up to snow. And a lot of people are thinking, you know, oh, that's crazy, you're weird, you're awkward, whatever. If you go out, like I could be sitting out there shivering, waiting for the snow. As soon as it snows, yes, I'm cold, but it's honestly not as bad. And honestly, with all this snow, I think one of the perks is living, you know, more towards the country, is the potholes are filled in. So, better roads. Sounds stupid, whatever, it works. Excuse me. I don't say A. I think it's ridiculous. There are many people who say it. A lot of me and my friends will sit there and go, I'm Canadian A, like as a joke. Because it's really, not everybody says A. I don't sit there and say a boot. If you're talking, I say about. That's what it is. I'm not talking about a boot. Not everybody can speak French. I have been lucky enough to go through a French program, so yes, I can speak French. I have literally had people come on the internet and say, oh, you're from Canada? Say something in Canadian. To this person, I honestly, one of 2 things, hope you were kidding, or hope you'd never admit that you asked me that, because that's honestly one of those stupid questions. I speak English, I speak French, I'm looking at to speak other languages. Other people in Canada speak English, French, they can speak Spanish, Portuguese, like whatever. It depends on who they are, their family, their culture, where they're from, you know. We're not strictly French and English. A big French part, though, would be Quebec, because that's what they are, that's who they are. Between Z and Z, it is not a Canadian thing to say one or the other. We have Z or Z. We are human beings. We are people. We are going to constantly fight over which one's better, which one's proper. I really don't care. Because I say things that not really go Z, but like zebra and zipper and things like that. It does not matter. For maple syrup, I don't put maple syrup on everything. Pancakes, waffles, and occasionally bacon and breakfast sausages, you know, things like that. It sounds gross, but it's really good, and I don't like marinate things in it. That's really gross. That's a lot of sugar, and yeah. With Canadian bacon, I don't care. There may be people out there who do. I don't see a difference whether it comes from a pig or however. Like, bacon is bacon, alright? And it's good. I like bacon, and there are many other people out there who like bacon, regardless of where it's from or what it is. With hockey, I can't skate, let alone play hockey. The last time I played, or not played, but tried to skate, I cut my wrist open. Like, not slashed or anything, I still have a mark here from when I was a kid, but, you know, I don't like watching it unless I'm there. So, you know, watching the local hockey games, you know, that's great. When it comes to Hockey Night in Canada, I am dancing, or sleeping or doing something better with my time. It's not that hockey sucks, because it really is a great sport, but it's just not me. Now, I will sit there and tell people, oh, the Habs suck. Honestly, I think they do from what I've seen. No offense. Well, really, I don't care. But that's just to annoy people, you know? There are other people like that. It's not just me. I don't own a pet moose, deer, wolf, beaver, or polar bear. To the people out there who have common sense and who know that you go up to a polar bear, your head's going to get chopped off or your insides are going to get ripped out or something, that is great. To those of you who don't have that common sense, that is what is going to happen. I've maybe seen a moose in my backyard like twice up close when I was a kid. After that, it's just, you know, you drive along, oh, deer, moose. Like, I've heard my mom scream it before, moose or deer. Like, you know, it's cool to see. Where I live, we do not see polar bears. So, you know, great. We do have cities here. We're not just all, like, have to snowshoe and go 20 miles. Just, like, we have communities. We have country. We have cities. We're like everybody else. As far as beer goes, I am a kid. Experiments happen. Canadian beer is not the best, but beer sucks, period, to me. Other people who like it, you know, that's great. It's just, it's whatever. It's gross. But the biggest thing, you know, is if Canadian culture had a movement or something, it would be a smile, a wave, or a hug, or it'd be something welcoming. Because honestly, the way I see it, there really isn't a set Canadian culture. We are so multicultural. For the most part, we live together in harmony. Like, I think it's great that Canada, back in history, they'd run the slave trade. People in the slave trade would run to Canada for freedom. We helped out in the wars and did great things, tried to be peacekeepers. You know, that's what we're known for. And with the exception of the States, as far as I know, Canadians are treated better than most people. It's great to give credit where credit is due. But you have to look at the rest of the world around you. And, like, people look, for example, really down on Germany because of the whole Hitler thing. You know what? That's the past. Bury it like you buried him and whatever happened. Like, has anybody actually looked to see what they're doing now? What great things they're doing now? And it's not just them. It's like, it's Germany, Scotland, Africa, Australia, the States. Look everywhere. There's something great happening. So, to me, there isn't a set culture. And I think I really like that. I like being able to walk into my class, you know, from people who've lived here their lives as far as they know, and be able to look at least 4 or 5 different kids, knowing they're not from here, or they may have been here from when they were kids or something, but they're from somewhere else. And it's really cool to ask about their culture and what they do and how they see the world and how they think of our discussions. You know, it's nice to get them involved and things like that. So really, all in all, like I said, if it was a movement, it would be welcoming. Because really, to me, what Canada is, as well as the States, is a place for cultures to come together. And some people might think that's ridiculous. Some people might agree. I am sorry if I've offended anyone, but this is personally me. This is my thoughts. And I honestly think it's great. Because if you look back, even, you say, oh, I'm pure Canadian. Well, what is Canadian? We're English, for heaven's sakes. We have natives and the English that started it. And now we have life as we know it. So, on that note, I guess to say, you know, peace. I'm happy I've had the opportunity and the privilege to talk about something like this. And, you know, it'd be really great to hear what other people have to say. So, thank you. Thank you for taking the time to listen.